Hi, guys. I'm Waht.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to Say What with Waht and Chris. This is episode 11, and we have got some really fun topics for you. But as always, I'm going to allow 5 minutes for more people to get into the room. So this would be the time to say your hellos, thumbs up this video, and tell me what's been going on with your day. Chris, what's been going on with your day?
Wow. Well, I made myself a blueberry crumble or crisp. I mean, this is like the most ridiculous, dumbest, whatever, but we have a huge blackberry bushels in our backyard. Okay. So I picked all these last week and I tried to make my first pie, my first pie. However, I made this like very thick crust and I didn't bake the crust before I added the blueberries. And so I had to bake the whole thing situation like raw pie dough, whatever. It came out really bad, obviously, like not cooked. And so but I had made an extra topping. So this time, honey, I just had a crisp with just basically just like the stuff on the bottom. I mean, the fruit on the bottom and just a bunch of stuff on top. And it tastes great. So feel good about that. I've been doing a lot of home workouts. So with bands, honey, and with ankle weights and with barbells. And I have a Peloton. So I did like a little circuit of that. Right now I have an Olaplex hair mask in my hair. I told Waht like we should just change the name of this show into like Waht looks gorgeous and Chris looks like this with Waht and Chris. It's like, like look at her, she looks like a model and I'm here just like Olaplex in my hair. Just whatever, God bless.
But normally it feels like so I never want to put makeup on, but I feel like I have to put makeup on because Chris always is like, I need to put a little something on. And so it's not awkward, but it is not oxymoron. It is.
I am wearing a little something. Do you think I'm barefaced?
No, I don't think you're barefaced, but I mean, you don't have as much makeup as you normally do.
Yeah, that's true. But I am wearing like eyebrows, mascara. I'm wearing powder. I'm wearing a little bit of blush. I'm wearing concealer, and I'm wearing like a BB cream and like lip balm.
Oh, you're wearing lip
balm. Okay. Like a tinted.
Okay.
Okay. That's how you know Waht. Okay, she doesn't like my lip. Yeah, she doesn't. She's like, why? Okay, no, I clock it. This is how you know. This is because we've been friends for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ladies, do you have this lady in your life or a friend like this where like you can hear it? You're like, oh, that's what. Yeah, okay, I'll go get a lip. But I love you so much, Waht. You know.
Are you gonna go get a lip now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, of course I'm going to go get a lip. You obviously told me I need to get one. You obviously told me that, Waht.
Okay, I'm just, we're here to support each other. So hi, Kathleen. Hi, Marie. Hi, Patricia. Hot Cocoa Bang Bang I saw was here. Hey, girl. Hey, JW. Hello, JW. I hope you were getting your house clean or cleaning up. Ramsterdam. And hi, it's my cousin Chunky.
Okay, well, I'll pick this right now.
I want the darker one. Whatever's the darkest. That's what I want. Because I want to be able to tell. Right now, you're giving me two neutrals that I'm not going to be able to tell. So just put them down. Go get a brown liner.
Do you think I have a brown liner
for you don't have a brown liner in your life?
I have a dark brown eyeliner.
That's just not your aesthetic? Your aesthetic will never be to have like a darker lip. That's what it is. And remember when you were out with the bachelorettes and I was like, oh, I love the lip. And I think it's because, go ahead, put that one on.
Oh God. Okay. How do makeup people do this? I'm gonna die.
Just put it on. I can't tell. I cannot tell. Okay, a little bit. Oh, you froze a little bit. Is it me?
Okay, I'm gonna put the top one on top and you tell me what's different.
Okay, no, I don't like it.
Oh, Lucille Ball lips again.
Well, you've got 10 seconds.
I did everything bad, Waht.
I told you just to go get a liner, but you refused to listen to my authority.
I made a lot of mistakes, Waht.
Oh, Lord.
Look how heavy it is on this side.
It is. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's drying down. It's looking better. Let's do our intro one more time. We're at 5 minutes. Ready? Oh, it's getting darker. I love it. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Look how heavy it is on the side. Like what? I like put so
Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom.
Go bleeding like I like a
go. Go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Do the intro, and I'll say it from here.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Waht.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to Say What with Waht and Chris. This is episode 11, and we've got a lot of fun things to talk about today. Hi, Tiana. Welcome to the room. She's changed her name to Asteroidea. I'm having a hard time. Let me tell you right now. The wind is blowing, or my air conditioning, aka my fan, is blowing, and this hair is just wanting to get caught in my eyelashes. It wants to get caught in my lipstick, but I won't let it. I'm gonna actually go. I'm gonna find a clip. Could you just imagine just one clip right here? Nothing else.
I'll tell you right now, I have to make my lips bigger. You ever do that where it's just like, you look gorgeous? Okay.
I'm just going to sit like this. If you guys want to know why I'm sitting like this, is because I can't abide the hair in my eyelashes and my lip. Okay. Virtual hug, Pilar. Virtual hug. Thank you so much for Amsterdam. If you guys were ever interested in what's happening on my head, in the description box below is a link to this wig on Amazon. It was cheap. This is a synthetic wig. It's cheap. Okay. It's like $34. Girl. Oh, I have my human hair one came, Chris. I got to show you.
When do I get to see that in IRL? Well, I guess I know when I get to see that.
Yeah, you know when you get to see it in IRL.
Okay. Are you is this ridiculous?
Yes. Yes. I'm just not used to it. You guys tell her. Space-time continuum. Tell Chris. What do you think? She's the first time catching a live. So space-time continuum. I need you to let us know what you think of Chris's lip. Oh, KW, you made it as well.
Can we go with it, or does I go get?
Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
Well, as a real friend.
Hakoko Bangabay knows us. Okay, so let's start with our first group or person we're going to talk about today. This one was interesting. So what happened is the French US Open, right? And people are always trying to come for the women in tennis, specifically and especially the Black women. So we have little Naomi Osaka right here, who is killing it right now. She smashed on Serena, and Serena was like, okay, I get it. You're great. And so since 2018, there was some drama in 2018 that I believe had to do with Serena. Don't know. Can't recall, but she says that she's been really uncomfortable and having really bad anxiety when dealing with the press. Okay. And so she said, hey, for this US Open, I'm not going to come out and talk to the press afterwards. So the US Open folk decided to fine her, which is the fee when you don't go out and talk to the press. Now, I don't know if was going to get fined $15,000 per game or $15,000 for the whole shebang. Per match, I should say. And she was like, you know what? It's better for me, my mental health, the other players, and, the game if I just sit this one out. And so because they were going to fine her and because of all this going on, she garnered so much support. Okay. Everyone came to her defense saying like they truly support her decision and that something must be done with, players who don't want to have a conversation with the press afterwards because they get asked questions they don't want to deal with. I thought I said the French Open. Have I been saying the US Open this entire time? In my mind, I was saying the French Open. I apologize. I knew it was French. Sorry. And so she got support namely from Venus.
I love this. I love this story.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what Venus had to say about this, which was such an amazing,
For me personally, how I deal with it was that I know every single person asking me a question can't play as well as I can and never will. So no matter what you say or what you write, you'll never light a candle to me. So that's how I deal with it. But each person deals with it differently.
I want everyone to hear every word she says and then listen to it enough that it bears an imprint, a tattoo in your soul. There is something about what she says that is so calm, so collected, so real, where I feel like there's moments in our lives where like we have let people who know less than us get to us. And it's like, don't let people take away your power. There's no need. Wait, play it one more time so I also can do my lip liner.
just so that you know when it's playing, you're on mute.
Great.
So
for me personally, how I deal with it was that I know every single person asking me a question can't play as well as I can and never will. So no matter what you say or what you write, you'll never light a candle to me. So that's how I deal with it. But each person deals with it differently.
Me.
Again, no one heard the beginning of your thing because
all right. You'll never light a candle to me. I'll know you never light a candle to me, so I don't have to really worry about it. I feel like I said this, like I feel like I want to bottle that energy and like send it back in time to like an insecure me in some sort of like youthful, like state. I loved it. I obviously love it. I can't get enough of it. So that is obviously amazing. And then also little bit of information today is the Calm app, which is, known for like, what's his English face making, like doing Betty Times by like English stars and stuff like that. Well, Harry Styles, like, giving you like a fairy tale or whatever. But they actually said they were going to, that's it, pay her fee. This is what I think. I don't know how people get paid truly, like the price structure. I feel like why not just pay your, professional athletes and then give them a bonus if you want them to do some sort of press. And, if the ones that don't want to do it, fine. Then they don't get that whatever bonus. They're already getting paid. Like maybe like, some people want to do press. Some people want their voice heard, so I don't think there should ever be a such situation where you have to like dox someone. Like these aren't CEOs where like they're not representations of like each, like they don't work for your company that way. They're like individual contractors that you bring in to play whatever match or whatever. Anyway, well, go ahead.
Well, the thing is that that's true and not true, Chris. So I don't know how it is in tennis, but there are people, the showrunners who put on the tournaments, right? And if you want to be in the tournament, you have to meet certain qualifications, whether or not that's financial, whether or not that's games. Like, I don't know what it is. The same thing with the NBA and the NFL and the MLB, like Major Baseball League, MBL. Like they do feel like they own the players. They're giving the players the platform to play, and it's only the stronger or the most popular players that can truly kind of set their own pace. And they tried to come for Serena a couple years ago with her supposedly getting help from her coach, also saying that, when she like went off on the umpire, her cat suits, like they try little things to kind of knock these players down a peg in order for the players to be beholden to, I'm going to say, the league. I don't know if it's a league or not, but it's definitely a group of super rich people who decide when a player can play and when a player can't play. So I do see what you're saying. And I do think you're right that the hands should be the players should have more of a say with how they want to represent themselves, because they don't necessarily represent the league. But I think it's all about money, right? So if the press is there, then the press is a part of the sort of wheel in this kind of, they're a cog in the wheel of how this whole thing works. And obviously there must have been some pushback at some point for the I don't know, the tournament to say like you must go out and speak afterwards, as a part of I guess the contract of being allowed to play in the French Open. I don't know if it's with every single Open that you do, but she's definitely said it was for her mental health, like she couldn't do it. And so what Venus is talking about, I think what they said is like, how do you feel the same? I think the question to Venus was, do you feel the same way Naomi does, or do you feel like, how do you manage talking to the press afterwards? And that's when she said, like, the truth is they can come at me and say whatever they want to, but I'm still a better player and I'm the one out there. So like, whatever, it doesn't matter. And that was just such a great, I think, thing to say. So yeah, I love that the Calm app stepped up and said that they were not only going to pay her fine, but they were also going to donate to a mental health company, which is the wrong word, a mental health group in France. And anytime any player doesn't want to do it or gets fined based on mental health of speaking to the press, they will donate to a foundation that has to do with helping women or people with mental health. Like, it's got to be hard. She has social anxiety and she doesn't want to go out there and talk and answer questions.
Yeah. Also, it's like, you have to play at such a high ability of like, and the mental game is also like as important at that level as much as the physical game, because people are so skillful. And so then you have to like talk yourself up. I mean, I can't imagine like, in that way. So for instance, this is like my only association. And, obviously I don't know the rules of like sports. There are Broadway actresses that won't talk to people after they leave the stage. Mm-hmm. Like if you wait outside, and obviously before the show starts, they're not like trying to talk to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, for a show on a different day, maybe like they'll do some press or whatever, or maybe if it's like a scriptural, I actually don't know. I mean, maybe they do press. I don't understand. I mean, I'll just say this. There's got to be a level of balance, and there's got to be a level in which someone has autonomy and control over their life. What is the outcome that she doesn't play? We don't see her play anymore. She's one of the best tennis players, so it's like, I'd rather see her play. And if she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't have to talk. So that's just rational, to me. But I mean, I don't know the answers to everything. This one's hard. And yeah, that's what I would say.
So I'm going to throw something in. I don't have a picture for it because I literally just thought about it. And maybe this is not something that you can speak on, Chris. I don't know. But Monique. So our dear friend Monique was in the internets today or this week. Do you know what I'm going to say, Chris? The Monique controversy? I'll say it. I just wanted you to shake your head and let me know if you knew what I was going to say. Anyways, so I
think it's my cousin. And I'm like, she's not talking about my cousin Monique.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. So while you ponder on which Monique I'm talking about, Monique got on, I think it was Instagram this week, and she stated that she was in the airport and she saw several Black women out in bonnets and scarves and in pajamas and slippers and blankets. And she just felt respectfully that if you want to be treated in a certain way, you must present yourself in a certain way. And that she, didn't have enough hands to go around and tap all these women on the shoulder to ask them if they were okay and to basically tell them that they shouldn't be out in public that way. And so many people had different sayings, different feelings about it. And Gen X was definitely like, we definitely will do whatever we want to do, right? Because Monique is from the generation of like, do whatever you need to do to not make white people uncomfortable. Do whatever you need to do to prop up the race and make us not look tacky. And so then you have the Generation X and the millennials who are just like, can we just be? Can we live? Can we live? And you know what? I'm in the middle of that, honestly, because while I will go to the airport comfortable AF, the blanket I have, though, won't be a blanket that will ever touch any bed or surface of any place that I will ever, like, in a home, right? So I'll have a blanket, but that blanket is being thrown away before I leave the airport. I won't have a bonnet on my head because I think bonnets on your head, like, to me, I'm very much about, like, if you're going to leave the house for the day, or if you're going to leave the house at all, you should be dressed, which is not something that I think is necessarily generational. I think it just has to do with how you were raised. I know young people in the South who were raised that way to this day. Their grandmothers won't let them out the house, not even to go to the store real quick, unless you are at least presentable. And presentable can be different things. So, there are people who are going on and on about it and feeling some kind of way about Monique, but I don't feel any kind of way because I do think there is a middle ground. There is a difference between, especially now that there are so many different like comfortable headgears for women, for Black women. Like you can have a beanie with the satin on the inside. You don't have to wear a bonnet. So, Chris, I saw you shaking your head, and I know you come from a very like not conservative, but more so like Southern, right? Because of your grandmother background, as well as like your father is a very much of a shave every day. He always looks put together. He's always got his cologne on. He has opinions about when you wear makeup on or off camera. So tell me a little bit about what you're thinking.
Okay, so obviously catching up to speed. I think I did see a little bit of this on Twitter. I had no idea Monique was involved. I literally, this is whatever. So this is how ignorant I am coming from the what's the news story is. I saw the word bonnets on Twitter and I thought that like some man had said, I don't like when women are walking around with bonnets on. Like, so I didn't know any part of that other backstory. So, I mean, there are people talking about respectability politics here. And so I think that there's like a level of this story that like people are talking to that. Listen, I am going to not speak to that, but speak to the other thing you said, which is, yes, I was raised that you have to like go outside and look presentable. That it's not just respect for other people, but it's how you view yourself and respect for you. You can live. You live hopefully in your home, and you sleep whatever, hopefully 6 to 8 hours a night, wearing whatever the fuck you want. Oh, sorry, whatever, sorry, I love you. What area? Whatever you want. And then on the weekends, you make your choices to like do what you want. But at the same time, no, at the same time, it's not that you have to wear skin tight bodycon, but at the same time, yeah, go to the grocery store, wear like a cute jogger set. Don't wear like stains things. Don't wear like dirty things. Don't smell. And like, I mean, I'm not going to speak about bonnets. I don't really know about that life. Like, so I'm just going to like messy hair, bend hair in like a messy bun. I'm wearing one now, like what is the line for like that? But I mean, no, I wouldn't traipse through the airport or like travel looking like I don't know that I'm outside. So that's what I would say, having not really known like what Monique saw or what she was truly saying, because I didn't know that story. But yeah, I think that, and also it's the same thing. Like it's people are going to treat you by how it looks like you treat yourself in every way. Like when you're in an interview with someone, a professional interview, when you are in a romantic situation, there's a vibe on how you treat yourself, how you care for yourself. And it sets a precedent for how others can do so for you. So that is a true, real thing. And that's my little tangential addition.
Okay. So, well, the thing with the bonnets and the scarves is that most Black women sleep with a bonnet or a scarf on their hair. It is something that, I mean, as you know, I sleep with a bonnet on my head. And when I forgot my bonnet, I was like, I forgot my bonnet, So like, it is something that we're raised with from being young. Like when I was younger, it wasn't about silk bonnets. It was just about having something cover your head. So I used to wear a scarf to sleep. But I do think that there are different ways to wear a scarf. So this is not like necessarily an African attire scarf, which are the kind of scarves that I would wear to an airport. But I would also underneath it, and most time underneath it, I do have a silk scarf underneath that to protect my hair. And the silk scarf or the satin scarf is what protects your hair from breaking, right? So that's kind of what the idea is. And so I also made a mistake. She's not generation. I'm not talking about Generation X. I was talking about Gen Z. Z and X are almost the same letter to me. Don't ask me why. I get them. I interchange them a lot. Sorry. But anyway, so Gen Z is like, Monique, we'll do what we want to do because we're tired of people policing Black women's bodies. We're tired of people saying that our hair in our natural state is messy or unkempt or unprofessional. And the straightened version of our hair is what is, filling in a European standard of beauty. And that's what makes us beautiful. So it's to me, it's more so of like, I see what she's saying, but at the same time, I'm very cognizant about policing Black women. And I think that honestly, if you are a Black woman that is in the limelight, if you are a Black woman who is a professional, the chances of you actually being out in the airport looking with a bonnet on, slippers, and a blanket is pretty low. So if I were to see somebody that with those things on, I would assume that either they were young and didn't have any kind of not credibility on the line, but like they're young. Also, like when I'm in the airport, I'm also looking for men. Like, so here's the deal. That's what I mean.
So do I.
I am looking for a partner because I'm like, ooh, the men here, they're traveling. Are they traveling for work? They have money to travel.
My favorite thing to do is like when I can get into like a lounge for that reason, a club, like an Admiral's Club. Like, yes. I first of all, that's so true. Can I make some, pull out some comments? I'm not going to pull out some comments. I just want to speak to some things. Okay.
Can you tell me what they are so that I can pull them up?
I want to do it too quickly for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Ciara, Black girl in a bond is the equivalent of a white girl with wet hair. Girl, I see what you did there. I see you. Sir Anthony, is coming in, by the way, very, very smartly dressed. And like Sir Anthony and I are kind of, I think, on the same page. I prefer men and women to be neatly dressed. I love my girl Scorpio. So I love this as a contrary opinion to me. I'm wearing what I want, where I want. I'm 100% okay with that. Not my concern what other people think of my appearance respectively. Oh yeah, no, I get it. Scorpio, I feel like I understand what you're saying. I wonder, like, and I'm saying like stained and smelly. I'm like, but I think that I have cute lounge sets. I think that like, I am comfortable, but I think that, these are, I think semantics are bygones. Sir Anthony wanted to say sleep with when you said that's what you were wearing with a bonnet. Tessa, standards are standards regardless of the race. And then space-time continuum. Well, Chris, that's why we are fluent with code switching when we have to. I speak fluent code switch. First of all, this is a great conversation that you didn't know that we were bringing up, but like, look how there's so many good opinions or whatever. And obviously like, totally. Yeah. I'm not like, I totally get what you're saying with Black women. I don't want to police Black women's hair. And I don't want a Black woman to like feel like their hair has to be some way for like professionalism. So I guess I'm just speaking more to like hygienicness of like it could be anything. Like I'm not saying Black women. I'm just not talking about like dreads. I'm just talking about anyone who just looks like, oh, you put yourself together. You care about the way you look. I can hire you.
Yeah, I think what she was saying, I think what Monique was talking about was more so, and I know what she's talking about, like with the Hello Kitty blankets or the blankets that are their travel blanket, and they're just in there with their scarf that clearly, it maybe not be the one they sleep with, but it's one that could be worn to sleep. And then slippers, I don't know. I can't call it. If I were to see somebody in an airport with slippers, I'm like, you're throwing those away, right? Like,
yeah,
you cannot wear them anywhere. Like to me, slippers outside the house are crazy. But like that's me, and that's just my dad being like, "Where the hell are you going?" Like what? Remember those like fuzzy shoes that look like slippers, but they weren't slippers, and everybody was wearing like the furry fuzzy shoes, and everybody was talking about them or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so like I get that, but it was just that she got on camera and just started talking about it as though like, sisters, I didn't have enough time to tap everybody on the shoulder, but go out in public and look like you care. And that's a judgment on her because it depends on what they were wearing. Like, I don't know. Women wear bonnets at my job to work. The women who work the early shift, like the 2 a.m. shift, they come in their bonnets or they come in their scarves. And here's the deal. I can't fault them. They're working in a warehouse. And if they want to cover up their hair with a scarf at a job that starts at 2:30 in the morning, ma'am, do you? So anyways, that's what I wanted to just jump in and say, because I forgot about that as something that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about our next topic. Speaking of Black women, let's talk about Tiffany Haddish. So Tiffany Haddish is in the news today because she's decided that she is going to adopt a child, and she wants to adopt a child that's a little bit older. And it's because Tiffany, I don't know if you know about her background, but she basically grew up in a foster care situation. She lived in a group home, I think, in her high school years. And so she wants to kind of just like give a child a chance, especially an older child. Now, it wasn't detailed on how old that the child would be. And that's something I always thought too, was like, oh, if I ever adopted, I don't think I'd want a baby. Like I'd want like a child that was a little bit older. And I always think like, would I want to adopt a teenager? And like, I'm like, I don't even know if I would like my own child as a teenager. So a child that has been through and seen so much more than I could ever been through and see may not be something for me. But I do love that. She also, the article also stated that she wanted to be a foster mom, but her lawyer suggested that she go on ahead because of her level of stardom is not have a foster child, meaning that the child could leave your home. It's a lot of upkeep. I don't know if you guys know about being a foster parent, but you have to like receipt everything. Like you're supposed to purchase them certain things, and you have to go out and buy those certain things. And it's like you're beholden to a system, and they could leave your house and go somewhere else. And then you would have, a kid who was being snatched out of this kind of lapse of luxury and put into another situation. So her lawyer suggested not to do that. And so she's like, you know what, I'm looking to adopt. And also she's dating Common, which I think I knew, but I don't think I really knew. And so I'm happy for her.
Yeah, she absolutely is. And it's like, great. And I thought of this when you were saying that, it's so interesting because you got a puppy, as we know, and it's like you didn't bypass like a lot of the training. And so for you to now, like, I feel like I thought of you when she said like she wants to like get past like, like the potty training and stuff, because wouldn't that have been nice? Like,
yeah.
yeah. I'm so happy for her. And yeah, I mean, great. I'm so happy for her. I hope, I can't wait to see, her family grow. Yeah. I love her. Like she might not be for everyone, but like what she's selling, I'm buying, like she knows herself. She has a very specific point of view, and her best lines in movies are improv.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like her. I do like Tiffany Haddish. She got a little bit of flack when she got super famous. Black people were like, oh, she's ghetto. Because I think the first thing that like threw her into like the public limelight was Girls Trip. And it was just like a lot. It was a lot. And I'm personally, I guess because I'm like a early millennial or old millennial, that I was raised with the respectability politics. So a lot of the times I actually have to talk myself back from falling into respectability politics potholes. So at first I was like, oh, she's a little crass. I wish she hadn't done that scene with the grapefruit. Like, would I have done that scene with the grapefruit if I were her? And then I was like, you know what? Tiffany is on a roll. She was in so many movies, and she's in one of my favorite movies as a straight character, Keanu, the movie Keanu with the cat with Key and Peele. Yeah, and I forgot she was actually in that because she's just such a straight character. And also in like the OG or the last OG, I think she's a straight character in that one too. And she does some good work. So I support Tiffany, and I support anything that, she wants to do. All right.
Oh, sorry. People are going to have opinions. And, Tiffany is a stand-up comedian. This is like someone like Monique. You know what I'm saying? Like, are people like telling Monique like to be less loud or be, whatever. And it's so funny because we're talking about respectability politics. And on this side, we have like someone like Tiffany, who's like a in-your-face stand-up comedian, very loud. And on this side, you have Monique, who's an in-your-face stand-up comedian, very loud. But, so it's a weird situation. I mean, but having said that, Tiffany is very funny. And so I'm not going to deny her that. Like, yes, she's a comedian, and like her stick is what it is. I mean, there's other, hopefully there's just, as we grow into the entertainment world and as we get more representation, there'll just be like a vast spectrum so that, we need a Tiffany as much as we need I don't know, honey. I keep saying like a Viola Davis. I mean, what do you want? Whatever. God bless.
All right. So the next topic that we are going to talk about is a mama bear and a mama bear. a teenage mama bear. So I'm going to show you the video, but basically what happened is in San Gabriel Valley, which is the area in which I am from in California. This is actually in East Los Angeles. Somehow this bear came out of some forest. Girl, like what forest? We don't know. I don't know. The San Gabriel Hills? Girl, I don't know. Didn't know there were bears there. But this bear and her mama, her cubs were walking along this fence, and then this girl's dogs decided to like go at it because they were just like, "Who are you? You're in my property." So her dogs attack this or go after the mama bear, right? But the mama's with her cubs, so of course the mom is like, "I'm sorry, you little yappity yips. I'm gonna swat at you." So mama bear starts to swat at the puppies or the dogs, and then that girl who is, you know, a teenager, she runs out of the house, pushes the mama bear, grabs the tiny dog, and runs back. I mean, listen, I'm in support of the both of them. I don't think either one is right or wrong, but like the mother bear was just minding her own business. So I just wanted you guys to watch it. So basically, you saw what happened, right? Mama bear and cubs are minding their own business, and then that Rottweiler or whatever runs up and starts barking, and then the little ones start to yip. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Space Time Continuum. Where's my thing? Thank you so much for the super chat. So yeah, Mama Bear, I was just trying to manage her life, and that teenager came out and was like, whoosh to that mama bear. And I was like, okay, the bear was just trying to defend their child from your animal. Now, bear was in your animal's territory. So there's a lot going on.
Complex issue. Also, yes, Space Time Continuum. Thank you so much for that incredibly generous super chat, honey. Thank you. I, first of all, where did this lady come from? Like her shift at See's Candy? Where her... It's like, is she working like at the Carnation factory or like, is she like the Carnation Cafe at Disneyland? Look at, I mean, is she, I mean, is she like a maid at a fancy mansion?
I thought the same thing. I was like, is this cottage play or whatever that's called? Like cottage core? What's happening right now?
It's like nurse corps. It's like nurse of like a 1950s like psychiatric ward nurse, or like I went up and down with this woman's outfit. Where this uniform came from, like that was like a lot of it. Okay, so that took a lot of my time. The second thing is, the first time I saw this video was set to Mystical, and it was like, if you ever see me in a forest, you know, like protect the bear, you know, whatever. And so sorry, that's really loud. I know that. I take it that back. You know, here's the thing. I'm in my own world, and I realized that like you had to hear that, and like who knows where your volume level was. But what I'm trying to say is like that was a pretty good Mystical. I mean, for me, whatever in this moment. And all I'm saying is every time I see that video now, all I hear is that. And I want you to hear that too, in his voice, not mine. Getting cult vibes. Yeah, like, but you know, like her hair would have had to been longer and her dress longer, you know, like the outfit was like, is it, yeah, I mean, like,
let's look at it again.
Okay, yes.
I would not have gone out there. My dog would have just gotten eaten up. Unpopular opinion. I was like, no, I'm not fucking with a bear. The dog needs to understand too that bear is big.
First of all, I can't believe you said that because I know your dog. I would risk my life for your dog. Second thing is a couple of things. Like I went to Yellowstone, I had to get like bear spray. Like, and there is such a thing as it's like mace, it's like bear spray or whatever. And there's like so much bear talk before you go to Yellowstone. Like they really prep you. And I did see a bear. And I didn't have to spray the bear. I didn't have to spray. So happy I didn't have to spray a bear. Didn't want to spray a bear. Didn't want to spray any part of. I don't want to get sprayed by an animal. Don't want to have to spray an animal. By the way. Well, have you ever gotten a skunk? Have you ever gotten skunked? It's like one of the worst things of my life. I'm only telling you because if you haven't gotten skunked, that's something that can happen if you have a dog. Because as you see, dogs get into business. That's why, no, dogs are dogs are in a business. So, back to the bear. I think that I would run out. No, I am too motherly. I'd run out with like a broom, make a big noise, like just that mystical noise, protect the bat, come out with like a broom, make myself really large, like use the broom to like sort of like poke the bear off the thing, grab my goddamn dog, scream at the dog, and then kiss the dog so much as somebody loves and kisses to the dog because the dog's not dead, run in the house, honey, cry, go to bed, and then call someone, be like, come get the bear, I'm sure that a popular opinion that dog will become the bear's dog at that.
Listen, I would be too scared. Like I would not go. Like if Charlie had the audacity to bark at a bear, then Charlie wants smoke. Okay, I would do my best to go get her. It's not like I would just watch it happen. Like obviously this girl had a fight or flight, reaction, and it was to fight, and so I'm happy for her. But like also, yeah, like unless I had a big weapon, and even then, like those cubs, I'd have been like, well, I can't fight a bear. I'm not getting mauled by a bear because Charlie wanted to act a fool. So,
God, she doesn't really like her job at the chocolate factory. Like she's like Lucille Ball, like she just got done, like, I don't even know. It's so crazy.
All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, and this is annoying, I'm gonna put this crazy ass face on our thing, but this idiot is now doing $500 cameos. And like I just
look at his bonded teeth. Look at his denture teeth.
I hate it. Like, what was he doing? Was he chewing tobacco at 5? Why are his teeth this way? For this person to be a billionaire's son, it's unacceptable how unattractive he is.
Wow, I've never noticed his teeth because I don't watch him talk, but I love the fact that he is just, honey, he's on Cameo doing the cameos just like Darcy. You know what I'm saying?
You guys don't know who this is? This is Donald Trump Jr.
Who doesn't know? Oh,
all these people. Who's that?
Oh, you guys. Yeah. Who is? Yeah. You know what? It's an interesting still, I guess. But the teeth in the mouth. I mean, it looks crazy, but that's him. Yeah.
And if people want to pay him $500 for cameos, like they're the fools, and he's making the money. Oh, that was just horrible. Thank you for sitting through that. Okay, so here's the section of the show where I want to show you what I'm into. If you have something you're into, you can private chat me, Chris. That way I can. I know I did. I almost called you Cash. Today was Cash's last day, you guys.
Oh my God! Wait, because she's having a baby?
Yeah, she went on maternity leave, and I cried.
How bad did you cry?
Not like boo-hoo. I didn't want to get a headache, but like I was like, she's leaving me. And then we were like, then my boss, who is currently gaslighting me, said, what's the one thing you're gonna miss about being at work? And Cash said, I'm gonna miss Tuesdays with Waht. Tuesdays are my Mondays, and so she works Sunday and Monday. So the last 2 Sundays, I've been going into work just to like talk to her. I mean, I go and I do work, but like I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to see you forever, because here's the deal: we don't know if we're ever going to work together again. She's going on maternity leave, and she's taking all of the time possible that California will allow, and so she really won't be coming back to work until January, and I don't know if I'm going to still be there in January. So
Yeah.
we may never work together. So we actually have to now like be friends IRL and actually hang out outside of work.
We just got a $50 super chat.
No, we didn't.
Martine Joseph.
Martine. Sorry I can't hang the entire show this week, but I just want to say thank you for your show.
Oh my God, Martine.
Thank you so much.
Martine, that's so generous. Like, honey, did you mean to? Oh, it's like, thank God. Oh my God. I feel like that's so much. I feel like it's the biggest super chat I've ever gotten. So thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sweating.
I like want to cry.
I know.
Thank you, Martine. That's
Thank you so much.
incredibly generous and incredibly sweet. Thank you so much.
Good night. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm like emotional. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Ugh.
All right.
I think that.
Oh my God, Spacetime Continuum.
What is?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We 100% appreciate this. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Okay.
Say I am sorry about. I want to just react to first of all them. Thank you so much. Also, you. I feel bad that your work boo is gone. The one that I've just continually made fun of and just been like, she's not me and she's not better than me and I'm better than her. And why are you friends with her? You don't even have any more friends. I'm friends enough. Do you understand who I am? I think that I'm very intense, I don't think that you have enough capacity or bandwidth for any more friends. I think that I'm enough, truly. I feel like you can really just share every possible positive moment in vacation with me. You really don't need anyone else. But she'll still be in your life because you guys like each other.
Yeah, but we have to actually now, we were seeing each other every day because of circumstances. So now to hang out, I'd have to she's one of you. Okay, so it's really interesting when you have a work friend because she's a friend who has a whole life. She's like a whole baby. She's pregnant again. She's got a whole fiance who I don't ever have to deal with, right? And whenever you have a friend, I don't know if ladies, you have this experience, those of you who are single, like myself, when you have girlfriends and they all of a sudden get a partner, one of two things happens. Either they always want to bring the partner or always have to consider the partner's feelings when there is an opportunity to hang out with you, or you never see them because they're into their family and they're into their whatever. So the perfect scenario is to work with someone that you really effing like so that you can know about their family life, appreciate their partner and their baby and everything that's going on. You randomly know what their house looks like because they're like, oh, look, I got this new couch. You know so much about them because you spend 8 hours a day with them. And so now it's anytime I hang out with her, it's not going to be 8 hours a day. It's not going to be behind sitting next to each other in a cubicle just talking shit. It's going to be in public. She's going to have to take into consideration that she's going to maybe have to find a babysitter, or her boyfriend is, or fiance is going to have to, there's so much involved that I don't have that anymore. It's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So I still have Kelly at my job who is amazing.
Kelly?
Kelly's a friend of mine who I worked at that other building. Remember, I was at that other building and I hated it. And then I left and I was like, Kelly,
boy or
girl? Kelly's a girl. And I was like, oh, Kelly, don't worry, I'm going to bring you with me. And so I did. When I left, a couple months later, I was like, girl, can you apply to my building now? Because don't worry. You'll be fine. She's like, all right. And I was like, don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll love it. I'm there.
We just got rid of one and there's another one. I've never even said Kelly before. Who's Kelly?
Kelly. I don't know. I went karaokeing with her the last time the world was open. You saw that. Anyways, that's a side note of things. And I did tell Cash that about the running joke about you not liking her, and she laughs because she obviously knows everything about you. Anyways, there we go. This
That man's amazing.
Didn't you just get your whole life? Did you not just get your whole effing life?
Crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. You guys, first of all, that was amazing. Second thing is what people are saying about me and this new Kelly girl is like making me want to pee my pants. Kelly is going on the dartboard.
Oh my God. That was like, when I first watched it, I was like,
Yeah.
that was so amazing. That was so, people are so, yes, Sexy D. People are so creative.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, so basically what it is that guy, I don't know if you guys do TikTok, but what is it? That guy just did that, right? And I guess he was like, duet me or whatever. And so people saw that video and just took it and I didn't look at any other duets. That's the only duet I saw. But yeah, I did a stitch just now on TikTok too. I wonder if it's doing well. I'm off of Instagram right now because you know what's funny? Oh, actually, let's move on to you, Chris. What are you into this week?
I don't know what a stitch is, by the way. Don't know what a stitch is.
Oh, a stitch is where you take like maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds of somebody's video and then comment on it in your own video.
Oh, so, you go back to their video then? Like stitch.
So you go to their video and it's playing. And hold on. Let me try to find the one I just did. So this is the one I just did. Born in 82, still don't have an answer. Haven't figured it out. You know, those of us who haven't met anybody at school or at work and are on dating apps. This is our life. So basically, I took first a couple seconds of this guy's video, and on his video, it says, his video said, those born in 1985 to 1995, can you briefly tell us why you not married yet? So I was like, I don't know. There.
Sorry, I couldn't see the words.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so
what I'm into. Yeah. What I'm into, I'm taking the reins. What I'm into is, you guys, I saw a movie in a movie theater.
And you went to the movie theater, Chris?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, tell me about it. How was it? I own AMC stock and it like tripled. Okay? Tripled.
Ooh, I went to like this fancy one in by me that like, you know, it's like you can get like there's like servers and stuff like that like come to your it's super great. And I saw Cruella and I loved it. And I know I'm not probably supposed to love it because it's like whatever, but Disney or whatnot.
Oh, because
Disney or whatnot. Yeah, you know, just like, but I'm going to tell you this. It was fabulous. The director is the director of I, Tonya, and they reimagined Cruella's backstory to sort of be like set in like the 1970s London, as if Cruella was a version of like Vivienne Westwood, designer. It is gorgeous. The music is awesome. It felt really, I mean, I loved it and I loved it. Okay. I couldn't get enough. I just like, I didn't want it to end. I just thought the storytelling was fun. I loved the characters. The fashion was unbelievable. I just thought, you know, at first, you know, I was like, why is Emma going to be so young? But I think that they're going to do different ones, different sequel and after that. And I also feel like the executive producers were some other people, and Glenn Close. And I was like, oh my God, I wonder if Glenn Close would be in the second one, you know, like having had this bridge of like her backstory. I loved it. Like you can of course see in the theaters, like me, risk your life if you want. However, I was vaccinated. I don't give a shit. And you also can get it on Disney Plus. I think it's like $25 or $27.
Too much money. It's too much money to sit in your home.
Well, I mean, yeah, listen, because I told you I went to a fancy AF place, what I spent, especially with food and like that, was way more, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Because I'm with my dad. And so like 2 tickets plus all the stuff. So listen, if you have like a bunch of people, maybe $27 is not a big deal for you. You know, you're just like, whatever, I'll just get that and I'll make popcorn, I'll live my life. And I think that you would really enjoy it. I mean, if I thought it was like really fun and luxurious and that kind of like, there was just like really textured, rich scenes to take in, you know, like just beauty, like the designs are just so, it's a feast for the eyes. And it's kind of like Devil Wears Prada-esque, I would say. If Devil Wears, it's like if that is also something you like, there's moments of that. There's other parts of me where I wonder, like, it's so funny because I was watching with my dad, and he's like, oh, it looks like Lindsay Lohan. And I was like, well, no, it's, you know, Emma Stone, who I always thought looked just like Lindsay Lohan, who has like now, you know, is obviously a Disney actress, having been in other Disney films before. The Help is like a Disney produced film and stuff like that. And I thought about like, you know, there's always like the dark side of Disney and the empire. And there's so many conspiracies, and I could get into this or whatever, like the conspiracies of like, you know, Project Monarch and all of the like things that, you know, there's like deep dark conspiracy that Disney like does mind control on its stars or whatever, and that's why so many Disney stars have like gone bananas or whatever. I'm not saying this is true or not, but like in the recesses of the web there are these. And so as I was sitting there and I was like, oh, it's so interesting that like Lindsay Lohan was a Disney star, she's gone, and like Emma Stone really does look like Lindsay Lohan and sort of just like came in and like picked up a career at an age where like Lindsay Lohan just couldn't do it anymore. I think about that. Does anyone else think about that? Has anyone else been like, Emma Stone looks like a sober, good Lindsay Lohan? And by good, I mean like insurable. So yeah, did you guys see Cruella? If so, you know, drop down, give me what you guys thought. If you guys really liked it, if you think that I'm crazy, you know, tell me that too, but I don't care. Yeah.
I really want to see it. I'm really excited for it. I love a reimagined story. And also, I don't know if you know this, but Glenn Close was in the first live action. Okay, great. I'm glad you know that. So that's her connection to it. And yeah, Cruella de Vil, I love the way that the original cartoon was drawn. I love the scene that sticks out in my mind the most from the original cartoon is when the guy, Dan, is that his name? Dan? He was drawing dogs and their owners. So he had the lady who was like the brown with the like dog that was shaggy, and then the poodle lady. And I was just like, I love this. And when he's like, you know, when Cruella first gets to the house and he's upstairs playing his piano and he's like, Cruella de Vil, and his wife is like, yeah, he's in it. He's like, that she doesn't hurt. Like, I love the animation of that time frame. And then it's like Pongo, and they go on their adventure together. Such a great adventure to get their puppies back.
Okay, well, if you know, I'm so happy because first of all, we're watching it. You know that, right? Okay. I'm paying this $7 and we're watching it on Saturday. Because if you know all those specifics like that, you're going to love it. They give little homages to those moments. And they don't, listen, it's not at all like...
Oh, yeah, I know it's reimagined. Yeah.
You'll love it though, because if you can have those references or whatever. I just want to say this also to Space-Time Continuum, who was like earlier was like, are there any Mayor of Easttown talk about in this live? Oh, honey, I wish I could, but I don't think you ever saw it, right? Did you watch any of it?
No, you didn't tell. I asked you what it was about, and you just like never told me. And I get anxiety. It's weird. I get anxiety before starting a new show unless someone tells me what it's about.
Oh,
I have to watch the trailer. Otherwise, I'm like, is this going to give me anxiety? Go ahead.
I just can't believe that you haven't watched it, but then also blamed me for not having not watched it. But I love you so much, only because I keep talking about it to so many people. And there's literally people on my channel who have talked about it so much, and so many lives of people are now leaving me comments like, I watched it because of you. You were so right. So to have you now be like, I didn't watch it because of you is like, so like, okay. So that's why I can't talk about it. But let me just tell you to watch it. Okay. Like it's about
my other wig on. Tell me.
Oh my God. Here's the thing. You know what I'm going to actually do? Because I'm going to read you a comment that someone put on my channel who so eloquently like talked about it that I was like, oh, this is better than I would talk about this. So
can you tell me what it's about?
Can you I don't know, watch it? I mean, I'm trying to. Okay. Here it is. Mayor, this is from Rose Bloom, who I don't think is in the room right now, but this is on a video on my channel. Mayor of Easttown has been the best, most addictive piece of 5-star television I have had the intense experience of viewing for many years. Kate Winslet, Evan Peters, Jean Smart as Mayor's mom, and indeed every single actor in this incredible crime mystery give the most deeply moving performances. Mayor is a smart, hard-working cop slash mother slash grandma in a town shadowed by a mysterious murder against a backdrop of missing young women. Real-life mental health issues are framed within wonderful real-life loyalty, love, and friendship, and all the characters in a town where loyalty, love, guilt, and flawed people inhabit this intriguing storytelling. The twists and turns of life on life's terms mean every layered episode keeps you guessing and keenly anticipating the next revealing episode. So good! Ah! Wait, what is this? Your new wig? Your new wig?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's 70s fabulous.
Oh my God. And it's human hair. It is so soft compared to what I just took off.
Really?
Yeah. It is like,
Looks very soft. It does look very soft. Can you get a little closer?
I can.
Okay, there. Your curls just came into like fruition. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Wait, so is the whole thing lighter than you said?
Yeah. It's lighter. And I think I might have to cut these bangs because they're literally in my eyeball. But this is it. I don't want to cut them because I don't know how to cut anything. So I don't want to cut it and then fuck it up. I mess it up. But yeah.
God, I love it. I love how long they are. But I can see just just a little tippy poos like to the ones right there.
Yeah.
Like I can see
right here. Just like if I could just get that out of my way.
Yeah. At first I was like, if you fluffed up the curl, if you like, would it be like more on top and then not hang? But God, I love it. I love it.
It's like introducing Dorothy Dandridge.
It's very sweet and very demure. It's very soft. It's very sweet and like, but it's okay. It's also giving me something in like the 80s or 70s or 80s that is like, I mean, speaking to a part of my soul. I love it.
I love it too.
God.
All right, you guys. So we're at an hour of time, and so I'm gonna try to watch the Mayor of Easttown. But if it's a mystery or murder mystery, that kind of gives me anxiety. So I'll try to watch it during the day. Not gonna go to sleep, watch it. But you know what I did love on Netflix, which is like Jupiter's Line or something. Jupiter's something, and it's basically about like it's not reimagined, but it's like it's a superhero show, but it's like based in reality. It's really interesting. I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching it one day and I was like, what is this? Yeah. All right, you guys. So that is the end of this episode. If you guys want to know about this wig, I can tell you about it next time, but there's no link for this one. It came from China. It was an Instagram buy. It was more expensive than the other. It was like 130, but I got like 15% off because of the Memorial Day weekend. So I ended up paying like 120 something. And so, yeah, it was a lot more of an investment, but I love it. And it's light. And that's why I don't want to mess it up. That's why I don't want to cut it and mess it up because it was so expensive. So yeah, Jupiter's Legacy. Yes. That's what it was called. Jupiter's Legacy. But anyways, you guys, so we're going to end this right now. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Please join us next week. We do this show every Thursday at 8 p.m. If you have any suggestions of topics that you want to talk about or you want us to talk about, please email me at justcallmewaht@gmail.com. Let me know if you have an opinion about it. If you want to join, we can slot you in. But yeah, if you guys want to find Chris, you can find her on these social media platforms that you see below at Chris L. Farah. And me, I'm not on Instagram right now because I'm having a bit of a mental situation and Instagram kind of makes me feel inadequate. And I didn't realize it until I finally just had to delete it. And I'm on TikTok, and TikTok does not do that because I feel like TikTok, people just be in their pajamas doing these things. Like they just be like, it's not the same. Whereas Instagram is I just feel not as confident. And I think it's because I'm going through like a depression right now, obviously, truth be told. But yeah, so Chris, what do you want to say?
All the same to everything you're saying. I can't be on Instagram also, and I'm also going through it, which is fine. We'll hold each other and watch Cruella on Saturday. I love your hair. I love you guys. And thank you so much for like hearing, like always being here and just being really open and talking to us and just like, you know, and hearing our viewpoints and sharing yours. Really, you know, I just really appreciate just like your presence in this moment and like, you know, just like you're being with us, like you're sharing your space with us. It's really like these Thursdays are awesome. So also just like, this is also just like, we got crazy super chats. Martina, like, thank you so much. I mean, like, Space-Time Continuum. Thank you so much for their super chats and our mods that are just like holding it down. I love you guys.
Tiana, Jessie Lee, thank you guys for holding it down for us. I don't know, Saraya, if you're a mod, but thank you. Marie, thank you.
So yeah, you can follow me right now. And I am on Instagram, even though I said it's giving me anxiety, and it is at Chris L. Farah. I'm also, you can join my private Facebook group. That's Vanity Farah. Other than that, yeah, I love you all. You look great. And I'm sorry about my lip situation. And I know I still did too big of lips, but they look better than the first lips. And you know what? I'm working through it. Here's the thing. Everything is trial and tribulation.
Shun. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.
And take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art with your friends. Bye.